Khadijat Braimah is our guest. She's the senior student consultant. I got that right, at Redefined Consult Ltd. It is great to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so okay, now that's quite something. Senior student consultant. Okay, but first of all, just before we go into what your designation and all it entails, what is Redefined Consult Ltd? What do you do? What does the firm do?
Okay, so Redefined Consult Ltd, we are an educational consultancy firm, and what we do is we help or we guide students to have access to international education. Okay. So what we don't just guide them, we make sure that the schools that we give to them or we advise them for is aligned to their goals.
To their goals.
Aligned to their budget. And,
wonderful.
You know, some way that we understand that you are even going to get peace of mind.
So you're saying that you make the process easy for people who want to study internationally and
Very
say, okay,
easy.
We can make this process easy for you. We can go as far as ensuring that you get something that aligns to your goals, a country that is okay. So that's really taking off a lot of work from students themselves from having to do all of that.
Yes, it
wonderful.
is.
How long have you been doing this as Redefined Consult?
Okay, so we've been in the educational consultancy space for 10 years now.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's quite something. You know,
years.
now, yeah, I love that. You said the educational consultancy space, yeah. I know the influx of people going to study abroad has increased over the years and all that. What necessitated the need to start or to go into this? Because I know that for a number of time, a lot of people complain about being, you know, hoodwinked and all that, being scammed, trying to get into and all of that, you know. So what was that? What was that thing that gave the need, you know, to start a Redefined Consult and to put the services there?
So one thing is we realized that a lot of students, like you said, they wanted information, but they did not know where or how to get this information. And there are a lot of schools out there, there are a lot of countries out there. So it's hard for one student to be able to have information on every school. Okay. So what we do is help you streamline all of that. You just have to tell us, oh, this is what you want, this is your budget, and we help you streamline it. So that's one of the major reasons. We just wanted to make it easier for people.
But you see, that's one thing, yeah. I've also had a number of people who have come in contact with, in quote, some scam agencies, as it were.
Yes.
I've had people, how does one know? What stands Redefined Consult out from any other agency out there? How does one know that this thing I could be scammed? How do you differentiate? Okay,
so a lot of agents actually registered.
Okay.
Yes, so we have the British Council. Depending on the country, a lot of agents are accredited. So you need to be able to do your homework and make sure this agent that you are using is accredited
and registered.
It is registered
And accredited. Now, as a senior student counselor, what does that role entail?
Okay, so what I do is, over the years, I've been able to help students, and not just help them, I would not even put it as help. Okay. I've been able to guide them, right? Because consultancy is not just about you coming and we talk and we leave. We want to make sure that after you are done with your school, you're able to come back and say, thank you, right? So as a senior student counselor, what I do is make sure that every student that passes through Redefined Consults gets good advice, good information for you to make a choice. So we are not telling you what to do. We are giving you the option. We are telling you that you have options. And these are advice from my own end. This is what I think would be best for you. And usually all our students that go, they come back and they always say thank you.
Which response? Okay, wonderful. Now, when these students go, do you, after you've done your whatever all you need to do here, and they go outside, do you have some responsibility for them? Do you have more? How do I put it now? Do you have follow-up, you know, and all of that? Do you do that?
Yes, and
in what ways?
That's something that it makes Redefined Consult very different. If you go through our Instagram page, you will notice even our students on their graduations, we get invited to their graduations, and we make sure that once you get there, not just once you get there, from the start, immediately you get connected to Redefined Consult. We don't just tell you, oh, these are schools to do. We make sure we take you through all of the process, through the visa process, the day you are traveling, we know that, oh, you are traveling. Once you get there, we're able to follow up with you. Have you registered? Do you have any issues? And as an agent, we are able to connect more with the school. So if we realize that, oh, a student is having issues with school information or getting their timetable, we are able to follow up with the school reps and make it easier for them. So down to when you finish school, even when they are done graduating, we are still able to connect them with job opportunities in that country if they would want it. So we have a lot of follow-ups that we've planned for
job opportunities. Now that's quite something, yeah, because you know, schooling and all of that. Some people would say, I mean, after schooling, there some people come back or decide to come back. A lot of people want to stay there and all of that. It's another kettle of fish, having a job there immediately. What's the process? Is it something that's easy to do? I mean, if you're schooled there, I would say that wouldn't it be easier for you to maybe probably get a job there and all of that?
Okay, so the main purpose of you going out to school is for you to get international exposure, for you to get access to stability when it comes to academic, and just have a degree that is recognized. Now, most countries offer what we call postgraduate work visa.
Okay.
So you are able to work for a certain amount of year. So for Malta, we have 1 year postgraduate work visas. For UK, you have 2 years. It differs by
So wait,
country.
after that 2 years now, would they send you, what happens?
So after that 2 years, that 2 years, what happens is if you are able to get a job that is willing to sponsor you, you can, now you are moving from a postgraduate work visa to a work permit or a legalized work permit in that country.
So
right?
what does that entail? What would it mean that the company would apply for that work permit, or what happens?
Yes, so it works like that. The company is now sponsoring, because when you are traveling as a student, the school is the one sponsoring you.
Okay.
So when you move from being a student, then the company you work for will be the one sponsoring you to stay in that country. It's more like they are saying, whatever happens,
we are responsible for that. Okay, so that's what you mean by sponsoring.
Yes.
Okay.
So most students are able to get work. Like I said, we give them opportunities after. So if you're able to get your job, some will stay back, and some students are usually like, I only came here to study. I want to come back to Nigeria. I want to come and impact what I have studied. I want to come back here and make sure that I have a working country too. So
wonderful. Based on your data, which countries do Nigerian students go to the most?
Wow. So I would say, I think this is a no-brainer. So we have what we call the big three.
Okay.
So we have the UK, we have US, we have Canada, and these are like amazing destinations. These are destinations that offer quality education. But at the same time, recently I've seen this shift in how students
we go anywhere. We've gone to Ukraine, we've gone to Cyprus, we've gone to Lithuania. We go to why?
So now students are not really looking at the name anymore. Most times they are really asking more like, what's out there? What's the tuition fee like? How is the place like?
Okay.
So now we are seeing students go to European countries. We are seeing students go to Malta. You see students go to Spain. You see students go to Germany, France.
Spain, Germany, okay. So like, when you say Malta, Cyprus.
Those are like top schools that we've seen this shift, because looking at the UK, US, Canada, due to the influx of students, there have been tighter immigration rules and all of that.
So they have other options.
So now they have
on social media. How do we hit you up on social media? What's your social media?
Okay, so our social media account is at Redefined Consult Ltd. Everywhere at Redefined Consult Ltd.
Just one word, right?
Just one word at Redefined Consult Ltd. Also, we have resources for students to be able to look at alternative options. We actually have a webinar coming up where students will be able to interact with representatives of schools in different countries, just for them to explore alternative options than the UK, US, and Canada.
All right, well done. Keep on doing what you're doing. It's quite the job to be that middle person to ensure that Nigerian students, when they do travel outside, they have a wonderful experience.
Yes,
well done. All right, that's it on our SME discussion this morning. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. Our final guest is coming right up.